Welcome back to the final part of Social Club this week from down south. Paul and the boys are off gallivanting in the United States, so I'm here with Flav from the Fighting Cock and Elliot from Bear Pit TV, aka the bad guy from Die Hard. we haven't spoken about it properly, so I think we should take just because we're going to talk about Joe Allen and Sobhi, Ramadan Sobhi, who's also just gone to Stoke. But what's that on your head, mate?
Well, I said, stupidly said, I had too many drinks, and I said I'd die like Arnautovic for 100 retweets, which is nothing in this day and age.
Not with a fantastic channel like Bear Pit TV.
Exactly.
Nice.
And then I tried to get out of it and said raise money for charity, and that was done, so I had to do it.
Had to do it. So,
and then Messi's copied me today.
I know, disappointing. Taking the spotlight from you.
He saw the other guys, and then he thought, Elliot's done it.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Is there not a part of you for, I want to get this done and I'm going to make up this lie in order so I can get my, just in case it doesn't come out right? Yeah, no, fair enough.
Let us know in the comments what you think of Elliot's hair. And can they give any money to you for the charity?
Yeah, you can. I'll put a link in the description.
I'll put a link in the description. Onto Joe Allen, and Joe Allen's a funny one, isn't he? Because he looks a bit like Jesus. Everyone seems to really love him. And the Wales fans obviously love him because he was superb in the team of the tournament. And he was seen as the Welsh Perlo. Still is, I guess. Only 26 years old.
What was the Welsh Xavi?
It's all of them.
He can do all of it. Yeah.
Do it all.
Is he a figure of fun, or is he actually a decent player?
I think he's a decent player, and I'm not.
I think you don't get in that team in the tournament without being a very good player.
You don't do it without playing well. He didn't have a great season for Liverpool last year, but he didn't play that many games, which is why he's been sold, because he doesn't fit Klopp's system. He does fit it a bit because he had these amazing pressing stats, but he didn't feature that much.
So he started 8 games, was substituting 11, and Klopp has said that it's the reason he'd love to have him in the squad, and he sees him as a very, very good player, but he can't offer him that first team football. So
is that what it is? And he's got Gini Wijnaldum in his place, and we were quite worried yesterday because he's had this proposed deal to us, and then Swansea were sniffing about his old club, which he probably might love to go back to. I don't know, but they're in a very different place than Stoke right now.
Definitely, yeah.
And he's having his medical today. Might have signed by the time this video goes out because it's that close, and then he'll be travelling out to the squad. And to be honest, I can't wait, because in our midfield at the minute we've got Mbula, we've got Glenn Whelan. Glenn Whelan had an amazing season last year, but he's getting on. He's like 32, 33 years old.
He's a Stoke legend, isn't he?
He's awesome. We bought him for £800,000.
That's amazing.
And he absolutely runs the show. But there's no denying he's getting on.
Yeah.
And I think after a couple of games, and as soon as Joe Allen's got his chance, I think he'll probably take that place from Glenn Whelan.
Yeah, he is a like-for-like replacement there,
yeah,
isn't he?
pretty much.
So where does this leave Stoke now? I guess let's talk about Ramadan Sobhi as well before we move on to what this means for Stoke next season. A name that not many people will know about, but he's a guy who's made his debut in Egypt as a 16-year-old, really talented guy, lots of skill, quite tall as well, and he's played 72 games for Al Ahly.
Al Ahly, yeah. He's a very similar build to Arnautovic. He's tall, but he's powerful and tricky, and he's got speed as well, so he's got a lot of pace. And
Why do you keep saying he's tall?
Because he is. He's quite lanky. He's like imagine if you were a winger.
Well, Messi's short. Doesn't matter.
Ronaldo's tall.
I just want to know where you're coming from.
I'm trying to paint a picture for people who don't know.
So he physically looks tall.
Physically athletic.
He's got black hair.
Good build.
Well, I watched one YouTube video of him. There wasn't that much. I didn't have 90 minutes spare to watch some of his.
Right, so he's tall. Go on, carry on.
Yeah,
he stood on the ball once, didn't he, in the YouTube video? Have you seen it as well, have you?
Pretty much known for that in Egypt, standing on the ball in the middle of a game in the Cairo derby, and it all kicked off because he was taking.
I'm waiting for the moment where he does that and Charlie Adam runs on the pitch and double foots it for being cheeky.
Probably.
What are your thoughts on Ramadan Sobhi?
I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him. I'd never heard of him. It's like we met up during the finals, didn't we, Elliot? And you was going, we're linked with that Ramadan Sobhi.
We're like, he's good on YouTube. But what I will say is, I've watched this video and he does look good on YouTube. So do you think he
floors defenders? It's like watching FIFA Street. And
he's seen it. I've seen it written a few times that he is one of the biggest talents in Africa. So is he a name that you think a lot of people are gonna? Is he gonna be a fan's favourite? Is he that kind of player?
I think so already. I mean, just the Egyptian guys as well. Our page, and I know the Stoke City official Facebook page had to ban Egypt for a bit because they were taking over the comment sections. Everything was Arabic everywhere.
Really?
Honestly, it was taking over. In the week we were linked to him, the Facebook page gained 30,000, enough to fill the Britannia in Egyptian followers. It's Stoke City's official page.
Incredible.
Absolutely incredible. They go mad.
Where's this leading though? I mean, what can Stoke do now? Because I quite liked Stoke. I like the fact that you came up and there was a really passionate kind of together football club. The fans were loud. The place used to be called the Bear Pit, and they were playing that kind of functional Route 1 football under Pulis and in the way that he knows to play, which is suitable for staying up. Now it's suitable for winning leagues. Anyway, and he could. Hughes managed to form you into an actual football playing team. Now he's signing players that want to play football. Alan is a football. If you're going to put that football is going to be on the ground when Alan's playing, because there's no point in signing him. You bought flair players in Bojan, Arnautovic,
Shaqiri. Is that the only concern that you could have? Is that you've almost got too many of these guys now? Because you've got a lot of them now.
We've got a lot of flair players, but I think a lot of the changes we're making are light for light. We've got those places set in stone. The missing couple of pieces in the puzzle are a striker and a centre back. We need a centre back because Shawcross, I think he's knackered. If I'm being honest, he's got this back problem and it just keeps coming back. And up front, we need an out-and-out striker. We've bid 20 million for Berahino. It's been rejected, but it shows that we're actually out there in the market for a striker. We just haven't got one. We've got Crouch, who's getting on. Probably might even leave this window. We've got Joslu, Diouf, they're not Walters. There's no out and out.
Yeah.
Going to grab you a lot.
Should you get your striker and centre back that you need? What can you do next season?
I think we could push for the Europa League spots until it all fell apart. Until it all fell apart in February. Ever since we went out the Capital One Cup semi-final, it fell apart from there. It got a ridiculous amount of injuries and it all started falling apart, but until that we were still in contention for Champions League places. We were 3 points off Champions League spots and come February, which is unheard of for Stoke.
Yeah.
So if it all goes right, not as many injuries as last season, we've got the cover, we could really push for a European spot.
If you look at the other teams that are available, right, going for that same stuff, you've got, and the managers they have, more to the point.
Yeah.
Guardiola, Klopp, Pochettino, Wenger, Koeman. Give me another one. Bilic. Oh, Jesus. And then Mark Hughes.
There's a lot.
How do you feel about
that mid-table area? It's such a strange place, isn't it? Because
and Chelsea won't have a season like that again.
True, Conte. Yeah. So that's such a weird place to be now. It was before. It was like it was a table in itself, and you won that little league, but you're still miles adrift of those other teams. But now, with what Leicester did last season, and the amount of money and the players that you can get now. Like Mbula's a great example of that. You can go out and get a player that other big clubs in Europe want. The sky's the limit, isn't it? You've got to want to not finish 9th again. 3 years on the trot, right?
Yeah, 3 years in a row, 9th. And I think we all keep progressing, and the foundations are there from the owners of the club as well. Bet365, big bookmaker, who a local company, local business, who are just pumping money into the club. It's now called the Bet365 Stadium next year. Next summer, there's going to be an expansion in the corner. They're going to actually fill the seats. Going to be a bigger capacity.
Less wind.
We'll start an argument between Stoke fans. Yeah,
some don't want it. Wind.
Keep the wind.
Keep the wind.
Top signing.
Save our wind.
Let's not play good football. Let's keep the wind. We need it. We used
Honestly,
to play.
that is a debate. What Stoke fans
Can I ask about?
It's a horrible place to go.
If we're just talking generally about Stoke, then what was there any kind of opposition about around some fans unhappy about rebranding it? I suppose
there's some, yeah. But the Britannia was a
building
company
society
name. Yeah, it was a bank.
Yeah.
So, but people see it as like a classic.
It's just
the chairman's paid his dues, isn't he? To have that at least.
He can do what he wants.
Yeah, absolutely.
Call it the Peter Coach Stadium if he wants. I don't care.
So with these new signings, or nearly new signings, what does this mean for Stoke City? Do you think that they could possibly get in those Europa League positions, or are they going to finish 9th again for the rest of time?
Or just tell us if you hate Stoke. A lot of people don't like Stoke.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you like that, do you?
Yeah, we love that.
So yeah, if you hate Stoke,
us, tell us.
Actually, before I've got one point and one question. All right. My point is Spurs were in Stoke's position for a long time, mid-table mediocrity, and then we found the right manager and the right coaching staff and a bit of investment, and we managed to kick on. So that could well happen. The question I want to ask is, what's this thing in Stoke in the pubs, right, where they They all carry like cartons, look like cartons of milk, but they're just full of drink or beer or alcohol. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
And they put them on strings and they carry them on strings.
What? Never heard of this in my life.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I've lived there for 25 years. I don't know what you're on about. We have oat cakes. That's our thing.
No, it wasn't okay.
We should walk around with
It was a
okay.
drink. All right, if you can let me know what I'm talking about in the comments below. I'm not going mental here.
I think you are.
Oh no, I ain't.
Sounds
It's
awesome.
alcohol in cartons of milk, but it's like cider or something. I don't know. It's freaky, but I like it. Tell us in the comments below what I'm talking about.
Yeah, someone told me.
I haven't gone crazy.
Has Flav gone crazy? Let us know in the comments below. Are you a Stoke fan who's excited about the next season after these signings? Will Joe Allen make any difference whatsoever, or will they just finish ninth again? Let us know in the comments below. We hope you've enjoyed Social Club Down South. I hope Flav hasn't put you off it with weird carton beer chat.
It's not beer, it's cider or something.
Sorry,
Or
Flav.
sort of a hooch, some sort of hooch.
Right, okay. Well, yeah, I hope that hasn't put you off. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a like, check out all the other ones, and come back next week for more Social Club.